Hey guys, so I am back at work again. It is only 6:24 currently, and obviously I'm here early because I'm not going in until like 6:45. So this is my third of 3 night shifts for this week, and I'm not scheduled for any other days this week, so that should be nice. In today's video, I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about the appointment that I had today with the exercise physiologist. So for those of you who may not have watched any of my previous videos, I am currently in the process of getting approved for weight loss surgery. My insurance approved it, so I'm jumping through all of the hoops that the surgeon's office wants me to jump through, basically in order to, like I said, get approved to get the surgery. So at this point, I have had my initial appointment with the dietitian. I'm in the process of completing a 7-day food log for her, and there were multiple other appointments that needed to be done in order to get approved. The second one was the meeting that I had today, or the appointment that I had today with the exercise physiologist. And the other two that I have not had yet, one is with a behavioral health person. So they want to do an assessment of my behavioral health or my mental health. And so I think that one is next week. And then my fourth appointment is basically to do a history and physical, to talk about like my previous medical history and how my health is and all of that stuff. All of these appointments are telehealth visits, so that's kind of interesting. I've never done a physical via telehealth, so that is going to be very interesting. But yeah, so I should also mention I did have my initial consultation with the bariatric surgeon, if I didn't say that already. That was before I saw the dietitian. So anyways, today, like I said, I had my appointment with the exercise physiologist. I will meet with him a couple times after I have my surgery. But we basically kind of went over how to increase your physical activity before having the surgery and why that would be helpful to do. And he kind of talked over like different restrictions I will have following my surgery and kind of how long those restrictions will last and when I can start like kayaking again and things like that, just based on how I heal after I have this surgery. So the surgery that I am planning to have is a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or a VSG. It is the gastric sleeve is what it's better known as. I had also discussed with the surgeon about possibly doing a gastric bypass. However, after talking through the risks and benefits of both surgeries, we both kind of agreed that either surgery would work for me, but the one that tends to have the least chances of side effects and vitamin deficiencies and things like that, that one would be the sleeve. So that is what the plan is at this point. So basically, I had my appointment today, and it was very interesting the way that he described certain things. There were certain things that I didn't really like that he had to say, and it was kind of, I don't really know how to explain why I didn't like it in a way that would make sense to you guys, but I did like some of the other things that he had to say about exercise, and he was kind of talking about the way that like exercise should be like the way that life is. And what he meant by that is that, like, obviously, sorry, my arm itches, as we move through life, kind of life goes up and down and like ebbs and flows and things like that. And so he was saying that your exercise should not be something that you're forcing into a time slot. It should be something that you are enjoying, and something that when you have the extra time to incorporate into your life, that you should be celebrating that you have that extra time and making every effort to basically, make the effort to incorporate it and celebrate it. So he also gave me an idea of how to celebrate the small things. And he said that some people that he has seen prior to surgery and then after surgery have mentioned to him that the non-scale victories, like, for example, he asked me why I was interested in getting the weight loss surgery. And so I kind of explained to him that I was interested in being able to be more physically active and being able to have more endurance and more stamina. And I feel like if I lost weight, it would allow me to be at a healthier baseline in order to be able to more likely do those things for a longer period of time. And so we were kind of talking about my motivations and all of that. And he had mentioned that, like, my journey and my reason for doing this is not necessarily scale-based or based on a number. It's based on my ability to, or my desire for the ability to do things in a more active way and for a longer period of time. And so he had mentioned to me, maybe, like, as I am able to fit things into my schedule, because we did kind of talk about my crazy schedule with work, like 1 week I'm on day shift, 1 week I'm on night shift, and I never really know whether I'm coming or going half the time. Like, he mentioned that I could keep a little, like, journal of my physical activity. So say, for example, I went for a 25-minute walk. He said you could write down in your little journal the date and write down, like, 45 minutes walk. And he said one of the biggest non-scale victories is seeing how that time changes following surgery and once you start losing the weight. And we were talking about, like, when I first started trying to become more active, when I was trying to lose weight before I had even considered doing weight loss surgery, I had mentioned to him, like, how my hip was really hurting. And I do have, like, the trochanteric bursitis, or at least I did back then. And so I was taking naproxen and Motrin and stuff like that for my hip pain when I would walk, because, like, the motion of my foot moving forward, like my legs swinging forward, would really irritate my hip joint. And so he was talking about, like, noticing after surgery and once you start losing weight, like, when you're able to slowly add in more activity and do things for a longer period of time, you'll notice that, like, your 25-minute walk will turn into a 30-minute walk, will turn into a 45-minute walk. And it's something that I'm really looking forward to. So I definitely feel hopeful. We did also talk about, like, doing some strength training, even if it's just with, like, hand weights or getting a couple of dumbbells or whatever at home. He also talked about using resistance bands or exercise bands, and he said those are some of his favorite to encourage clients to use or patients to use. So yeah, I do have a couple of those at home, and he said that he's had patients who, even just using them for like 15-20 minutes, have really noticed a difference. So I definitely, like, I'm looking forward to that. So anyways, that is kind of the gist of what was said in the appointment. And like I said, I'm looking forward to being able to get this surgery. The surgery itself kind of scares me, just because any surgical procedure has risks and everything like that. But I feel like the benefits of this for myself truly outweigh any risks. At least at this point, that is how I feel. So I am going to continue to jump through the hoops. I have a couple more days left on my 7-day food log, and then I need to email that to the dietitian so then she can tell my surgical coordinator that that step is done. So basically, all of these people that I have appointments with have to communicate with my surgical coordinator that I have had my appointment with them, that they approve on their end. Like, all of these people have to approve me moving forward in the process in order for me to actually be approved for surgery. So I have had the initial consultation, got approved for that. The dietitian, once I put in my 7-day food log and it meets their requirements as far as protein and calories and things like that, and water intake, I believe it was, then she can approve my surgery on her end. The exercise physiologist approved on his end today. And then, like I said, I just need the behavioral health one to be approved. And then the bariatrician, they need to approve it too. And then I don't really know what comes next after that. I don't know if we talk about scheduling a surgery date at that point or what. My last of these initial appointments is June 5th. So I guess we shall see after that. Hopefully I will have the approval from the dietitian before then. The only other thing that the exercise physiologist said was he sent me a couple handouts on, the benefits of increasing physical activity before surgery. So then like your body is kind of used to moving more and being more active before surgery, which will also help you to handle surgery and recover from surgery a little bit better, have a more smooth process with that. And then he also sent me a link to these workouts that he recommends to his clients on YouTube, which is the Leslie Sansone, I think is how you say her name, the walking workouts. So yeah. But anyways, I just thought that I would share that with you guys. Let me know if you guys have either thought about having weight loss surgery, are potentially looking into it, or if you've had weight loss surgery. Let me know what type of surgery you had, if you're willing to share, and why you chose that surgery over another. Because really the weight loss surgeon that I talked to in my initial consultation, he was saying that they really only recommend the gastric bypass over the sleeve for people who have like GERD or esophageal reflux. So because that tends to help a little bit more with patients who have GERD. But he said like the success rates of the surgeries are pretty much almost the same. So that makes me feel better about that. But anyways, that is it for today's video. I feel like I've talked long enough. I'm going to go inside shortly in about 9 minutes or so. And yeah, hopefully I make it through the night because I didn't sleep very good because I had this appointment with the exercise physiologist. So I got off work at 7 and I had to stay awake for a couple hours because my appointment with him wasn't until 9:30. So anyways, that is it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you guys want me to discuss any other topics on my channel, let me know that as well. And I will talk to you guys next time.